He says he's fat. Well, if you're fat, it's really just about customizing a diet for the rest of your life that can squeeze you. So a diet, you build a diet that you can do for the rest of your life easily, and then that diet can be shifted into a pressurized system where you really cut fat, and then you get out of it. That's it. So you'll have a lifestyle diet that has digging phases to drop fat. But you go back to your lifestyle diet. You don't bounce back to how you normally eat. And that's the best way to cut that's like a permanent cut where you're lean for life. And really, if you're going up and down in weight, kind of like how I do, that's unhealthy. And you have to have good genetics to get away with that. And it's really not about just stop eating so much, because if you've got fat, it's not really a problem of you eating a lot. It's more of a problem of your mental, that you really need to be stimulated with food. And you got to ask yourself why. Why do you need to comfort yourself with food? Right? And then the deeper you go into that, when you peel the onion, the deeper you go, right? It gets hard, but you'll understand why you have that issue where you need love through food. You need nourishment. You need your mother's milk, right? That's what a milkshake is if you're addicted to milkshakes and you got to psychologically break down why your habit is like that. Once you find out why, it becomes really easy to adhere to a diet, okay? So, for example, you might come down to the conclusion that you eat a lot because you don't have a job. But when you have a job, you don't eat much. You're depressed because you're unemployed. Then I would say fix that before you fix your fitness problem. Because if you try and fix your fitness problem, that stress of having no job is leading you back to your horrible habits, right? So just treat yourself like you're and you can cure yourself. And being fat is really a problem with not understanding the alchemy of satiation. So what keeps you satiated? And then number 2 would be the movement part of the alchemy. So that's the belly part of the alchemy, right? Let's say that's the stomach part of the alchemy. Then there's the movement part of the alchemy, which is what keeps you stimulated. So in the satiated part of the alchemy, to satiate yourself, high protein diet will keep you full, right? What else? A lot of whole foods. What else? Drinking a lot of water. What else? Having balanced macronutrients, so you're not like fluctuating with your ghrelin and your hormones. How you like start, oh, I'm so hungry. When it's really thought out, your diet, you don't get that, oh, I'm so hungry. You don't really get that. Number 2 is fasting. You're not fasting, right? Because that's your eating window. When you start eating, there should be a window of time where you're digesting, and then cut the window. And that keeps you looking younger. And then 2 will be the stimulation aspect, where it's like, what are you using to lose fat? You need caffeine, it's an appetite suppressant and a stimulant, so you perform better, right? What else do you need? You need a workout that is FUN. If your workout is not fun, you will not burn as many calories, and you will not get better at it. You won't be a better athlete. You wasted years. So if you were to ask me what's the fastest way to lose 100 pounds, John, activity wise, I would never say something aerobic like running. But if you love to run, if it's something you can do almost every other day, you love to listen to music and run, then any answer I give you is the wrong answer. The only correct answer would be running. That's why boxing works for so many people, because it's so much fun to hit pad or spar. You lose it without realizing because it's so much fun. But if you hate running and I force you to run, even if you do 1 year of running, you half-assed it, meaning you didn't lose weight. You understand? So it's not enough to just be stimulated. When you're stimulated, that dopamine of stimulation keeps the workout going better and better and better. And then that progress of you becoming a better athlete really means your body has changed into a different person. You're a new athlete. That's why a lot of trainers will be like, do you want to do sprints? You want to do boxing? You want to do... They talk to you. What do you want to do? I would say the best thing you could do is boxing, because it forces you out of your comfort zone. Like, you can't turn off the treadmill, right? If someone's punching you hard in the face, you can't just put your arms down and say, I'm tired, because you don't want to get hit. So kind of like, it's very hard to have a bad workout if you're boxing, you know, unless you start dominating your training partner, and then you do this thing where you don't tell the world you're dominating him. Best way to lose face fat. You cannot lose fat in one body by targeting it. So if you ever wondered why some men look better at 15% body fat than me at 10%, it's because everyone stores it differently. So the only thing you can do is lose 20 pounds and hope your face starts to lean out. For a lot of guys, it doesn't until 30 pounds in. For guys like me, the first 5 pounds will be this way. It'll be the top half. My face will start sinking. So, yeah. But for a lot of guys, the face doesn't come off for some reason. I mean, for most guys it does, but I've seen a lot of bodybuilders, even natural guys, who the face is like the last thing to go. That's usually if you're on the leaner side, right? And if you're an NA, a lot of that face puffiness is not even fat. It's like the foods you're eating. So when you travel to EU, it's not even half as bad. Like your face, for some reason, is just tighter. And here you can order in and out. You can get you can just eat regular junk food here, and then, you know, your sodium's spiked and you just look puffy as hell and stressed and ugly as hell. And nobody really knows which foods exactly, but my bet would be high sodium, high sugar, high fats, usually is the combo. Like, you can go high fat and you'll look great. You can go high carb, you'll look great. You can go high sodium, you'll look great. But if your calories are above your maintenance and the fats and carbs go up, you'll look like shit. And if you're above caloric maintenance and your sodium is out of control, you'll look like shit. So, for example, I can eat Big Macs all day, but if I'm past my caloric intake, poof, I puff up. If I have 2 Big Macs in the morning, it's impossible for me to look bad, right? Because it's like 1,000 calories or whatever it is. But now if I had, you know, my day's worth of of McDonald's, or my day's worth of calories, it's like this. Carbs, fats, and sodium can only hurt you when you're in a surplus, right? Meaning you can get an 8-pack just eating McDonald's. And I've done that with so many clients. There's so many clients who are like, Zherka, I adhere to a diet very well. I'm going to do it with McDonald's. And I'll be like, dude, you're going to be starving. That's not a lot of food. I don't care, Zherka. I'm not really an eater. I go, okay. And then they get a 6-pack just doing McDonald's diet. Why? Because they're burning more than they consume. Yeah. If I eat 1,000 calories of chicken versus 1,000 calories of straight bread, again, you need a balance of macronutrients, dude. Because it just doesn't work going hard on one. It just doesn't work. For example, if I do keto, like I avoid most of the carbs, 90% of my carbs I avoid. If I do keto, because they all sneak in there, but if I avoid carbs and do keto, my bench press goes down. Meaning my strength went down. Meaning I won't look good because my bench press is weaker. Not that strength and appearance correlate 100%, but I'm saying that volume and appearance correlate 100%. Meaning if my volume's 8 reps and it goes down to like, I can only do 5, I'm going to look like on the keto diet, even if I'm burning. Like, here's how I'll say it, right? The clients I have who are obsessed with keto that I used to have, I always said to them, yes, you are losing weight faster than my regular client, but however, you are losing weight, we're losing fat. So yeah, you might be down, you might be closer to your goal on scale, but in the mirror, you don't look as tight as us. Just give us a few weeks because we're always going to be behind you, but eventually we get there, right? So if you want to look really nice, cut with as many carbs as possible. If you want to look like soft and stringy, go keto, okay? Now, why keto works so well with bodybuilders is because their strength doesn't go down because they're on steroid, okay? Meaning they're strong. So yeah, they can do whatever they want. Yeah, that's great. Glucose is what holds your nucleic acid and protein together. Yeah, also glucose, right, is a full maximized cell, right? Blood cells, they're just pumped and bro, you want to like look tight, right? You want to have sugar in your bloodstream, 100%. Also, that stubborn fat burns easier when there's carbs in your stomach for most people. I don't even know why. There's like a million different reasons, but yeah. Like, you know that burning stomach feeling you have where you feel your metabolism's on fire and you can just go take a shit right now? You'll never have that on keto. This doesn't work. On keto, it takes you forever to take it. You don't feel like an athlete on it, right? Okay. Well, try it. You'll know what I mean. How can I get rid of fat on my pubic bone? Well, that means you have to go very lean. That's the last place it's coming off. And usually roids is what does that. Because when you see actors getting ready for movie roles, they look like unless they're on roids. Because getting lean without anabolics, it's really hard to look good. Like, you can look like good in clothes and well, not really, you look skinny. But yeah, you're not looking like a TikTok dude naturally, bro. Unless you're naturally good looking, like you have good fitness. You have a good fitness level to you.